about corruption, you want to ask about bribery and traffic violations, these things. Those who are little inward, thinking about their life, you ask questions related to life and your relationship rather than asking about historic characters like Gandhi, Hitler, somebody in the jail. Okay. So I'm happy to answer questions, very good questions we had in the morning. I can continue that. Again, this is the principle that we discussed. In human relations, it is got to do with the feelings. Feelings. And the foundational feeling, the basic, the foundational feeling is trust. Vishwasam. Vishwas is the trust. Whenever we doubt other person's intention, that means at that moment, that we don't have the feeling of trust in us. I doubt, let's say you have done something wrong or didn't meet my expectation, then I doubt that you intentionally have done it. So that moment, I don't have trust on that other person, and other person can sense it, that you are doubting their intention, and they will not feel comfortable with us. We will also not feel comfortable, and some wrong communication can happen during those moments. Later we may realize it, but I am talking about those moments. Some wrong communication can happen. So in human relations, it doesn't matter whether you are a biological family, whether you are in office relations, whether you are a saint, you are part of our mission, anywhere, as long as there is another person working with you. Family does not mean, a biological related family. Two saints also can fight. Yes or no? Two saints also can fight. Right? Somebody who renounced also can have the biggest ego. Yes? Yeah. So all these issues are there because it's all got to do with the self. Not living with family is outside, but what is there inside is what we are talking about. So in relationship, in human relationship, it is got to do with the feelings. So we had questions. Yeah. That is here we have defined the trust in certain manner. We have defined the trust in certain manner. Okay. General meaning of the trust is that I trusted you and gave you some 10,000, you didn't return. Something like that. No problem. It will get broken every day. It's not that you cannot trust them again. In fact, if you really understand what we are trying to say here is very, very deep. We are saying that the proposal, there is no human being with any wrong intention. There is no human being with a wrong intention. It is not anybody's perspective. Every human being wants to be happy. Can you see this or not? It is innate property. The way gravity is there in the nature, we have some principles in the nature or not? Or is it my opinion? Gravity is an opinion or it's a fact? It's a natural principle. Similarly, every human being wants to be happy. Right? He wants to do right. Want to be happy? I want to do right only. This is what every human being. That you can see for yourself. You can argue that how can you say this? First you see for yourself. That part is clear to us. Only doubt is about other person. Right? The other person is sitting here, at least many 40, 50 other persons are sitting here. You ask, they are also saying the same thing. Right? So a basic verification you can do and say that everybody wants to be happy, it's obvious. Everybody has right intention, it's obvious. But what else is also obvious is that even after having the right intention, I may not live up to that. I am lacking the competency to live as per my intention. as per my own intention. That is the competence, capability, ability, capacity. That problem is there with everybody, and it will be there till your complete right understanding is, you acquire the complete right understanding. That will be there. As of now, what is happening is that other people behavior and work that we are seeing. He said that he'll come by 10 o'clock, he didn't come. He is boss and he is qualified this much, but he doesn't even know how to speak. Right? Nobody forced him, he married, but now he doesn't even take care of his wife. So these are the observations we have. So in all these conclusions, whether not coming on time, not doing your job well, not conducting properly, all this is ability. Either it is my behavior or work. My behavior work is directly proportional to my competence. చెప్పండి.
Arjuna strongly trusted Krishna. That's why Bhagavan became his partner Sala. And result of this trust, Arjuna became Vijaya Sala. Vijaya Sarana. So you must have trust, self-trust and Bhagavan gaani, others gaani, to have trust on.
Yeah. He's saying about Arjuna having the trust on Krishna. Yeah. So anything related to this? Sir?
Yoga is changed.
Sir?
Yoga is changed. Keep faith on God, you are bound to succeed, but not all.
So it is like this. So do you think if the time, there are things which change with time, place, person. There are things. What kind of clothes we wear, it will change. You are wearing something, office something wear, okay, language, let us speak. Many things will change. What you eat also will change. But there are things which will never change with time, with person, with place. Those are the things we are talking about. Any human being. As I said, normal, abnormal also is a matter of degree. Where do you put that cutoff? Whatever it is. So these things are true forever. That human being wants to be happy. You take 1,000 years back, 1,000 years fast forward or backward, this is same. Because this is nature. This is how the creation is. These things will not change. That these things used to work earlier, but now it doesn't work. All these things are not true.
Always.
Yes. The principles do not change. Okay. ఎవరికైనా తెలుగులో అడగాలంటే తెలుగులో అయినా డౌట్లు అడగొచ్చండి, ఎలా అయినా పర్వాలేదు, ఇంగ్లీషు తెలుగు ఆర్ ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్. మన సంబంధంలో
రిలేషన్షిప్స్ గురించి విశ్వాస భావం అదొకసారి చెప్తారు.
అదే ఇప్పుడు చెప్పాను.
ఇప్పుడు ఇంటెన్షన్గా ఎవరు అంటే ఒక పని చేయాలి,
ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వాళ్ళ ఇంటెన్షన్తో చేయలేదు కానీ వాళ్ళ సార్కి ఒక ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ రోజు లైట్ ఆపేయట్లేదు, అది వాళ్ళ ఇంటెన్షన్తో చేయట్లేదు, మర్చిపోయి చేస్తున్నారు. కానీ అది కరెక్ట్ కాదు కదా, అది కరెక్ట్ కానప్పుడు మనకు కోపం వస్తుంది కదా, అంటే రోజు రోజు చెప్పాలా అన్నట్టుగా. సో ఇప్పుడు అది కరెక్ట్, కోపం రావడం అనేది కరెక్టా తప్ప?
మీరే చెప్పండి.
అదైతే
కరెక్ట్ తప్ప పక్కకు పెట్టండి. కోపం వస్తే మీకు బాగుందా? అది కరెక్ట్ తప్ప పక్కకు పెట్టేద్దాం దాన్ని. ఆర్ యూ ఓకే? సరే, ఆర్ యూ ఓకే టు బీ యాంగ్రీ? ఆర్ యూ ఫీలింగ్ కంఫర్టబుల్ విత్ యాంగర్? సో మీకోసం మీరు సరిగ్గా ఉండండి ఫస్ట్, వాటి సంగతి వదిలేండి. Exactly. So there is a question here with a simple, please pay attention here with a simple example. Let's say your family member or your friend, you are telling him to every day turn off when you leave the room. You are telling every day, so many times you told, still he doesn't do it, right? Still he doesn't do it. So won't we get angry? It is fair enough, right? So 30 times I told him already, right? Is it okay to get angry there? Is it right to get angry there? What should we do? Right? So he's saying that you turn off every day. Why me? So why me? Now she's asking why me. You tell me why she should turn off. You tell me, somebody is not turning off. You think that the power is getting wasted or it will cost unnecessarily, right? You can turn off. So suggestion is that you turn off.
See, 1 or 2 times is okay. Many years, many days,
Better install sensor.
automatic is a solution. Now there is technology.
Yeah. See, any technology you bring it, the stupidity of the human being will exceed. He will not charge the automatic device also. Right? He will break that also. He will even forget to setting also. So much of automation is already there. Still we have fight. Compared to what we had about 50 years back, 100 years back, so much automation. Somebody was waving like this for fans. Now problem is just turn on. Fan it is not moving this. Now turn on is the problem. Now she is saying that let us have some sensor. Okay, that also, sensor also will require some power. That also will and the question will come on that also. It doesn't charge it at all. And there is a subscription to that. We have to recharge the phone. That also it doesn't do. Right? Avuna kada? So there is no end to human stupidity. Yeah.
Better don't have fan.
Huh?
Better don't have fan.
So, okay. So he is saying that you remove the fan. So then the next problem, he doesn't close the door. Then don't have the house. Next question is, he doesn't close the door. Mosquitoes are coming. Right?
Open top car like open top house.
So then there are mosquitoes. So you cannot solve these problems by any of these means. You cannot solve problem by any of these means. But you can do some damage control by some more automation, these things, damage control. Right. So the situation is like this. Now we are two people. So we are two people. We have person 1, person 2. Person 1 and person 2. Okay. Now she is saying that, okay, since from the morning you are saying so much, okay, I'll take it. I accept that the person 2 also has. Person 1 is me. I accept, since you are saying so much, you are begging so much, I accept that person 2 also has a right intention. Though he is a useless fellow, he has a most worthless fellow, but I still feel ready to accept that he has a right intention. But what is the use? He is an idiot with right intention. That's what you are saying. Right? That's what you are saying. Whether he has right intention or wrong intention, anyway he is an idiot. Right? No, that is the problem we have. That's the problem we have. Right? So, first thing, his intention is there. Right? His competence is there. Competence is there. Right? So, Now, now you see, first thing, once you actually understand that his intention is right, one benefit you get is that switch will not turn off. if you have, if you don't doubt the intention, fan will not get turned on. That still have to be turned on. But one thing is guaranteed: you don't feel get disturbed. You don't feel get disturbed inside. You won't feel angry. You won't feel frustrated. If you are 100% rock solid clear that the other person, right, this idiot is at which level, he is not idiot here. Nobody is idiot there. God didn't create like this. Right? There is a guarantee of enlightenment of every single person, whether it's a criminal, psychopath, idiot, whatever. All are created, all are worthy of becoming enlightened. It's a matter of soon or later. Okay? So, this is not a problem. Here problem, one can have very extremely low competency. Low competency that they are not able to do their day-to-day things also, properly. Basic things are not properly. But then they are competent in some other aspect. They have got already master's degrees, PhD degrees, qualified, all this. And then it becomes more problem. This guy is so much already in his professionally, but when it comes to home, basic things are not there. These are the cases, they frustrate us more. They frustrate us more. And these guys are appreciated by others. Others in the society. But the people at home know their truth. Their thing. All this is a reality. All this is a reality. So in reality, because see, it is very simple fact. There is so much of emphasis on skill education. See, from LKG, UKG to even when you don't know how to speak words properly, that from that time itself you are fed ABCDs, straight line, slanting line, right? So much emphasis on the skills. So obviously, largely people's skills are getting improved. So whatever skills related activities are there, they are succeeding. In fact, over a culture, as a families, see with kids, right, basic responsibility they are not doing, that we are giving not so importance. But going to school every single day on time, doing homework every single day on time. If you don't do it, your parents will do it. And teachers also will be very strict, all these things. So much effort we put in that skill domain, skills. So people are evolving, people are actually gaining a lot of skills. So in skill domain they will do well. But when it comes to this domain, the values domain, simple self-discipline, taking care of your body. After you take the bath, you put your towel at proper place. No, 50% of will not do. Very simple thing. After you take the bath, don't throw towel on the bed. Put it on the outside. This is not done by many people who have 90% marks, 1 lakh salary, right? Managers, CEOs. Yes or no? Padma Shris, Nobel laureates. Yes or no? Just drying the towel. Avana kada cheppandi. After you wake up, folding the bed sheet.
People who right from the schooling, they 99% they do hostel.
Yeah, because some training happens there. Some training is happening there. So there both things happen. And so people have tried different experiments. So for example, because families found it very difficult to train in these things. Then they said, okay, it's too much of task, it requires huge capability. You take this guy, and they gave him to one guru. That we call it as a Gurukul system. It worked, but then people did not like that also. It has its own problems. This guy doesn't know the family values, how our family happens, doesn't show up to any function. So many things are there. Just in the lunch break, I went to one of my family members. That boy is just 8-year-old. He is getting that one function happens in Brahmin families, like they do this Vodugu, Upanayan and all, and after that 12 years he will be with the guru. And I myself feeling very bad that this boy, he wants to play. They give all kinds. I gave a toy as a gift. Some rituals are going on, this boy wants to play. So I don't know, that system also we have to introspect. So we may have to come up with, it's not that whatever system we had is a perfect system. It is human made, right? Anything is human made only, so it has to be improved. So we don't, as of now, the situation is extremely skill oriented education, very little on the life education is very little. So that is what is reflected. Overall, culturally there is a, it is a patriarchal society. You have to accept that it's a patriarchal society. పితృ సామ్యవాదం, మగవాళ్ళే గొప్ప అనేది అది కూడా ఉంది, బట్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ రైట్. దానివల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే కొంచెం ఇంటికి సంబంధించిన పనులు, బికాజ్ వీ హ్యావ్ సమ్ కండిషనింగ్, ఎనీథింగ్ రిలేటెడ్ టు హోమ్, అట్లీస్ట్ లిటిల్ మోర్ రెస్పాన్సిబుల్ ట్రైనింగ్ ఈజ్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ విత్ ద ఉమెన్, girls. That's why generally you find them doing little better. Generally, I'm not being biased here. Right. But at the same time, this boy gets trained in some aspect, doesn't. But all this have to be fixed in. Anyway, coming to this point, like this is me, and this is other. Low competence, very low competence. What to do? One is me, first of all, being clear that even if the competence is low, like 1,000 times they are doing same mistake. Have I not done a mistake 100 times? Have you not done a mistake 100 times or not? You tell me. Yes or no? Yes or no? Same mistake 100 times. Anybody has done it here? Yes or no? Same mistake. Very simple things, like you want to wake up on certain time, failing to do it so many times. Like you want to do exercise, many times you had intention, not doing exercise for 1,000 days. Joining a gym, you pay the fees, don't go even 10 days. Right? 6-pack you want to build, but then that is gone. A family pack has come. So we do these things, right? Same thing, it is for us, it is not for even anybody involved in it. We fail. Right? Intention is there. That doesn't mean I want to become unhealthy. We want to study, get good grades, right? But do we study to our potential? Your capacity is this much, right? Are you studying this much or only this much? Beyond that also we can study. We can push our body capacity, do few more things. Are we doing? So similarly, other person also, even after having intention, you will find that extremely low competence is there. And usually these simple things, even very simple things like turning off the fan and keeping your shoes properly, drying your towel, this is an indication of B2 being quite confused. In the self, I've indicated, right? In the self, there is a B1 block, B2 block. This guy is physically here when he's taking the bath, when going out. He's already at some place actually. In his mind, he's already at some other place. Even before he leaves the office, he's already in office. You get the point? He's already in the office. He comes back from the home, but still he's in the office. You getting? So this B2 is not sorted out. You sit keeping your book open, but this thing is still in the YouTube or Insta. There's what is the next movie release, what is the review of it, what is the score of cricket match, things like this are going on inside. Physically, you're in reading room, the book is here. Something like extreme urgent deadlines, some danger is there, then you come to senses. That time you do one night study, but that will be average performance. You will not get the subject. Right? Whatever you do at that time, it will be in so-so. It will be so-so. It won't be good quality. Last minute thing. So competence doesn't mean anything. How much of the B2 is clearly in sync with B1 at a given point of time, not every time, at a given point of time. If B2 is occupied with so many other things, and then even day-to-day things also we won't be able to do properly, and we won't be able to respond properly to others, even though intention is good. So now if this perspective change comes, that everybody's intention is right, if this comes, what happens is that first I don't get disturbed. That is the advantage. right? This anger thing, other person is not doing for thousand of time. I feel that, in fact, I mean, I have a 13-year-old daughter, 8-year-old son. I feel that many of these simple habits, which we think are simple, actually it takes thousands of repetitions to even do simple things. For some people who have evolved little bit, they are not so cluttered, it doesn't. But let us say, already you don't have that kind of attitude. For you to get that, it takes thousands of repetitions. So every day you have to help them. It's up to you that helping them also, you yourself have higher competency, then you can help. If you yourself also is frustrated, let's say my competency is also low, you will not be able to help them. They will do mistake, you will shout, they will shout back, and this will happen. But if you are competent, then we will be able to help them and improve their competency. For example, I will tell you with my children what I do. So every day they get ready for the school. So they wake up. So brushing they do. They don't need my reminders. After they come back brushing, they drink water. They'll do some exercise, skipping or playing. They do that also. They like. They do it. So after they take bath, immediately their mood switches to school. Filling the water bottle, ensuring that everything is in the bag, that they do without reminders. But putting the dirty clothes in the laundry basket, putting the towel out, and closing the bathroom door, that also sometimes they don't do, right? Particularly with my son. So we observe. So one can say that I have been telling you, రోజు చెప్తాను ఎన్నిసార్లు చెప్పాలి నీకు మనిషివా ఏంటిదని అన్ని రకాల పదాలు వాడి మనం తిట్టొచ్చు, రైట్? तुम आदमी हो कि क्या हो, गधा होगा, कितने बार समझाना है, any language you can use, right? Another ways we understood that he is not capable of doing this thing. So I came up with one simple thing. So I just remind him, I will only say that when he comes out of the bathroom, I say just 1, 2, 3. So I made a chain of it. 1, 2, 3. So 1 means close up the door. 2 means put the dirty clothes in the laundry basket. 3 means you dry the towel. So if I find that something is not happening, I just say, his name is Anurag, I'll just say, Ani, whatever you 1, 2, 3. He'll do all the 3 things at one go. So as of now, he's in 4th class. That we have been telling him from LKG, UKG, that time onwards. Now I see that he does it about 70% like that time. Starting from 10-20% to 70%. So it took 6-7 years to reach this level. He will improve. But now, earlier also, if I tell him in a disturbed thing, he will also react in a disturbed way. I'll do it. Why are you telling like this? Because he is a child, he may not say anything back, but he will feel disturbed and feels bad that you are shouting. So that is helping somebody in improving their competence, right? So this is how it will happen, and there is no other way also. Right? But then you can actually help somebody in improving their competency only when you have a right feeling towards them. If you don't have right feeling towards them, you just only think that this guy is a hopeless fellow. Inside, that you are not saying. Inside, I think that this guy is a hopeless fellow. But give suggestions in a polite, humble manner. Only voice is okay. Inside is not okay. Voice is okay. You say that, they will not take it. They will not take it. You say again. And then you count. 20 times I told you. 30 times I told you. You remember last week also I told you. But thing is that in all these times, our inside feeling is that this guy is hopeless. So he will not take. He or she will not take your suggestions. But they will take somebody's suggestions, Somebody's suggestion. In their relation is actually good. Let it be whatever relation it is. There may be some drinking partners, school friends, whatever. Some conditioning based relation it can be there. But if their relation is good, like both of them do not think that other fellow is a hopeless fellow. They think, okay, they'll take suggestions from them. So for us to be in a position to help others, first you have to work on relationship with them, feeling towards that person. If a student doesn't have that feeling towards a guru, towards a parent, student doesn't have that feeling, even if guru has so much of knowledge, parent doesn't, it cannot transfer. It cannot transfer at all. I have doubt on my guru, nothing much can happen. Right? So all the doubt also can be cleared having right feelings inside me. Right feelings inside me. But then you say that every day is doing this nonsense. How do you expect me to have right feeling? Every day is doing this nonsense. So that's what I'm saying. The person who is doing nonsense is this competence problem. Even when he is doing nonsense, his intention is right. His intention is right. So if you have this clarity, then we will be able to be in a state where we are not disturbed, and see what can be done. In fact, if relation is very poor, if they think that you are not their well-wisher at all, whatever you do, still you are thinking that you are not a well-wisher, then you wait. What is that? There is no other option. You wait for some time and you work on your inside feeling. You have to ensure that right feeling is there towards that person. But he is thinking that you are not their well-wisher, you cannot help. So some opportunity will come to repair that relation. Once we have a very good relation, then things can happen. I'll tell you, practically you have to do quite a bit of effort. See, we are putting effort in office, whatever profession we are, but how much effort we put for relation when we ask this question, this is the question. Let's say you want your brother, your sister to improve their health. You will pick up a phone and give 3 suggestions. They'll say just okay, don't do anything. Okay? If they have a function, you will go. You'll spend money, make reservations, you will go. But will you go just to give this suggestion in person with right feeling and sit with them, understand what is their problem? We don't. Right? Though we can. Time is not a problem, money is not a problem, effort is not a problem. That's what I meant. When you value relationships, you'll do that. And things will happen. And they'll also see, this guy is so much concerned. He came all the way from here to discuss these things. Right? So when you have that right feeling, you will also see what all I can do. Can I go in person or do something else, send such a video, give some suggestion. You will get a lot of ideas when you are in a right feeling. In fact, the creativity also comes. A disturbed thing, no creativity, no solution you will get. So it is a choice. So for turning off the light, first thing is that if you stop doubting intention, you will not be angry. 1. Second, after that, it is your choice. Again, you have to remind him for 1,000 times, 10,000 times, you remind. You want to turn it up, you turn it up. You also don't want to do, you don't do it. Right? So, but I also want to be very honest here, very clear here, that in a relationship where other person's competency, our competency is not up to the mark, there is no perfect solution. There will be damage. For example, let's say you will have to remind how many times, you will also remind. So you may not remind. So some extra power, may consume. So some damage is there. Obviously, we should not expect 0 damage, right? If 2 people do not have right understanding, start living together, do everything they do, obviously there will be damage. The sooner we understand, damage will be minimum. For example, I married, I have children, but I don't have clarity. I don't guide my children properly. There is an effect on children or not? Yes or no? So that's a damage. As of now, let us say I don't have clarity, I feel office is everything, relationship is nothing. I spend 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours. Obviously, there is an effect on my health, effect on my relationship, other things. It's obvious. We cannot We cannot say that in that situation also, what is the zero damage solution? No such solution is there. It's like saying that I will eat all kinds of junk, I still want to be healthy. How can it be there? Later you can repair. That process is different. That is certainly possible. So zero cost solution will also not be there in many relationships.
For kids, if they are not doing the things what is expected, we are telling them multiple times. So we will wait for them to understand, and we will wait for years also.
Yeah.
But in case they are addicting to phone or something, and not they are neglecting the studies. If you are continuously telling and we are not shouting or we are not forcing to stop the watching mobile or TV, then they will addict more by watching by giving.
Yeah, it's also see these TVs and phones, whatever these gadgets, these things are there, sir. They didn't come on their own walking to your home. You only bought it, right? You only pay every single month. We only do it. It is we made these arrangements, and it is also true that at home what kind of environment we are providing. They see that you watch phone because you don't have, you say that you go there and study. What we do at the home, ఇంట్లో మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నామో అది ఒక వాతావరణం క్రియేట్ చేస్తుంది. నేను ఏ విధంగా మాట్లాడుతున్నాను, ఏ విధంగా కూర్చుంటాను, అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి ఎలా కూర్చున్నాను అనుకుంటారు, వాడు కూడా వాడికి తెలియకుండా వాడు అలా కూర్చుంటాడు. తెలుసు సార్, అవునా? అబ్జర్వ్ చేసి ఉంటారు కదా, పిల్లలు కూర్చున్న విధానం కూడా వాళ్ళ అమ్మను నాన్నను చూసి ఎమ్యులేట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు, రైట్? చాలాసార్లు మనము ఇలాంటి ఎంటర్టైన్మెంట్ యాక్టివిటీస్ ఎక్కువ చేస్తూ ఉంటే వాళ్ళు కూడా చూసుకొని ఇది చేయొచ్చు అని వాడు ఎక్కడి నుంచి చేసుకున్నాడు సార్ అసలు. ఇది ఇంకొకటి, దెన్ like they will pick up things from the parents, and the environment is created by what we speak, what we do, and it is a tough job. If you are ready for that, you marry and have children. If you are not ready for that, don't marry. It's difficult things. Yes or no? These are difficult things. Don't do it. It's an optional thing. Everybody doesn't have to marry. If you are a parent, please remember that every child doesn't have to marry. If you are, you are thinking about marriage, you also think that is optional, right? So all these things have to be that, because it is that much responsibility. It's a 20-year project. You do projects in office 1 year, 2 years, 6 years. It's a 20-year project.
After getting the project only, we came to know we are not able to do.
So there is a cost. He is also right, but all these things we know only after we get into the project. That is also true, right? At that time you understand that there will be some meeting.
The project requirement is not your job.
Without knowing that you are in the project, you will be in the project. You will know what are the requirements of the project after getting into the project. So in fact the families are supposed to provide this education, right? Marriage does not mean somebody attains this much age, physically this much prepared, you get it. No, this clarity is required for getting married, right? So we cannot do about others, we can do about ourselves, our family members at least. We can be clear about it. It is not, now you are 25, you have to get married, it is late, it is early, all this, is made up as, right? So that's the problem with children also. For example, at our home we don't have TV. We never had TV. So with respect to the gadgets,
but nowadays in schools they are giving projects, everything in mobile. They are sending projects on mobile.
we can do it a half an hour, 1 hour. They will no TV you don't read. Phones are required. So I am saying TV is not there. We also don't watch. They also don't watch. It's not there. So phones are there, right? I have a phone. My wife have a phone, and both the children have tabs. These big tabs are there. So there are limits. So on working days, unless it is required for the work, nobody uses. They also don't use the phone. They don't use the tab unless it is required for the school projects. That also will be there once or twice a week, not more than that. Okay, some printouts they have to take, then they'll use.
The regular projects will come in tab only.
Yeah, even that also will have half an hour, 45 minutes like that.
In that half an hour, they said they are doing projects.
So you sit with them, You sit with them. Now we have to sit with them. We have to sit with them. That is compulsory. We have to sit with them, help them in searching this. Then they will not do actually. No, the capability is not so much that they have to control and not see it to YouTube. Or it is very entertaining. You have to you watch games, you are this, it is very good. And you are asking them to control and do this. And whereas you cannot sit with them. That's not possible for a child. You sit with them and do this. And if you are busy, you work out. If your office doesn't allow it, you change the job. You change the location. What for you are doing? Job. To provide them more facilities, first of all, you help them in right guidance. All those are, secondary. This is primary. Right. So working days, they don't use this. So weekends, we have set some limits. So 1.5 hour they'll see. 1.5 hours they'll see. And then even in that also, see, they are fresh. They don't know what to watch, right? And what to watch also, either YouTube had trained them or friends have trained them. YouTube is all the time showing the related videos, right? Or friends are showing them. And why you are not suggesting any related videos? Who is stopping you? Right? YouTube is suggesting. You are not suggesting, no? These are suggested videos. Website is suggesting. What about father suggesting? What about mother suggesting? So what we worked out is that, so we suggest them, watch this, watch this, watch this. If you like it, you continue. If you don't like it, you don't continue. So as we suggested, some of the things, in fact, their tastes, the kind of movies they like, the kind of, drama or these things like, their taste is very much like our taste. Right? And we said, anything having a sexual thing, violence, negative things, they don't like. Now, even if I ask them to do, they will not watch. Because it is a taste, right? Like which food you like, largely depends on what is cooked at your home. Yes or no? Which food you like, right, is decided by mostly from childhood what you ate. Now hundreds of options are there. Even then, what kind of food you like? That kind of food only. In between you may eat some junk, but largely everyday meal is what this is there. Yes or no? Now you have choice. You have credit card, you have apps, everything, but still you will order the things of this kind only. So that is trained. Food is trained. Similarly, this also you can train. So these suggestions were given. So like children have got very right taste. So many feel good movies. In fact, my daughter has become quite obsessive with I like my mother narrated so many stories are based on Puranas, Mahabharata, these things. So from childhood, these are very fascinating actually if you know these stories, right? I'm very fascinated by these stories. As after I grew up, even in PhD also I saw Mahabharata so many times and all. Then I introduced her. I liked them. So if you like, you see. And they have become so obsessive, right? So obsessive. My daughter have watched 2 rounds, 3 rounds of all 90 episodes of Mahabharata and this and Rama and this thing. And we have a lot of discussions about it. Why this is done, why that is done. And recently when in the school also, when the teacher asked them to write an essay, her favorite character is Draupadi. So she wrote an essay on Draupadi. So things like that, it is in our, largely it is there in our control. They may have different tendencies, but if you focus, it can be worked out. It can be worked out. So that's what we felt, because whatever environment, see in this environment, we are not eating junk, we are not having tea, things are going on fine, right? Like the companionship, whatever we have, other people, Sangha, right? And the environment helps, quite a bit. Same is expected to be there at home also. Right? If you can do that, then get into family. If not, you will have to do it anyway. So that part, maybe the children, these things has come. So this is called care. Because the thing of children has come, it's called guidance. There are 2 things. Care. So in Telugu, this is called mamata. This is vatsalyam. So this is for body. This is for self. So when we understand that I am also body and self, you take care of your body also, yourself also. Similarly, the way I look at other person also is body and self. What happens when it comes to, in families, mothers, even if they skill one meal, eat, eat, he will say 10 times, he will say, right? So that is care, mamata, that flows so naturally, from the mothers, right? A lot of care. When you say lot of care, so much concern about the body. What about the self? What about the values? Is my child behaving properly? Is my child in fact, we should have a rough idea about what is going on inside also. You can talk to them. What is their opinion about money? What is their opinion about God? What is their opinion about friends? Are they lying? Are they into any right things at all? So what about we train them in writing, in speaking, doing so many things. Are we training them in how do we introspect? How do we self-reflect? That is required for self. As a family, as a father, as a mother, are we paying attention? So if we are doing more of this care, as a father, I understand that for body survival, money is required. So I'll from now on itself, I'll do an insurance scheme, I'll do in cheat fund, I'll invest in mutual funds, I'll work more in the office and get money. All this is taking care of the body and bodily needs of my child. So he can have double whatever money you have, triple 10 times what you have, but it will be like misery plus 5 times or misery plus 10 times the money. Misery is going to be the misery. That misery can be solved only when you work on this guidance part. Are you providing the guidance? How he will be with his wife, with his colleagues, how he will resolve his inner conflicts. Are you guiding? And for these things, you don't have to send the child to workshops. At home, we can have dinner conversations, when they play, when they do these things. ఇప్పుడు స్కూల్కి వెళ్ళొస్తారు, వెనక్కి వస్తారు, మాట్లాడుతుంటారు కదండి. ఇలా కాదు నాన్న ఇలా అని చెప్పేస్తే అప్పుడే అయిపోతుంది. దానికి సపరేట్గా కూర్చోబెట్టి వాళ్ళని ఏదో పద్యాలు గీతాలు చెప్పాల్సి వాళ్ళకి. It can happen very naturally. When they come back from the school, you find out what is going on in the school. Let's say your child is coming back and saying that I won this kind of prize. Then there is an opportunity for you. What is the motivating force? Is the trophy is a motivating force? Or you have learned something new skill, that is what giving you satisfaction? If the driving force is trophy, then it is gone. Then that fellow will be working for promotion and salary, not for vision of the company. Trophies will follow, centuries will follow if you focus on the current ball and hit boundaries. Awards will follow. Working for excellence is something what we have to train them. So if they'll come and say that I want this prize, you say that okay, it's good, then you can say. When next time he will not win, he will be disappointed. But then if you feel happy about the effort you have put. Hello? Abuji? It's fine. Okay. So effort we have put. If you ask them to suggest them, you put your focus on effort. You put on improving yourself, excellence. So you have that conversation, it will be done. I'll tell you one example, my son example. So when he was very young, just 3-4 year old, first time only he is going to school, he started speaking. So when they are young, many kids like animals. They like animals. He used to like animals so much. Now also he likes animals far as these things. So I picked up him from the school. We are coming back. On the way there is a chicken shop. So many chicken are in the boxes. So then he saw this shop and he loves animals. So he said that these guys are very bad. They are cutting these animals and they're eating. Then I said, no, they are not bad. They're not bad. Then I said, how can you say that they're doing this animal? Then they are saying that, did you not fight with your sister yesterday? Yes, I fought. Then are you bad? No, I am not bad. So I said, that's it. There is some mistake they are doing. There is some mistake I am also doing. As of now, the drive in them is so much for the taste that they have to get certain taste, they have to cut some animal and eat. But as of now, the toy becomes so important that you are ready to fight with your own sister, brother. This is the only difference, you see. Somebody is holding to the toy, somebody is holding to the taste. I said this is there in all of us. Intention wise, we really do not want to kill, but the taste is required for him. Now, if you provide something else as a taste, he will be okay. Same fellow is eating that, same taste you provide, he will be okay. Right. As of now, if you provide a bigger taste than even the food taste, he will be okay. If you go further, not the taste thing, through taste also is getting certain happiness. But if a bigger happiness when he experiences, then this is not required. చాలాసార్లు అంతే అవుతుంది కదా సార్, మనం చిన్నగా ఉన్నప్పుడు ఏమో ఏవో రకరకాలుగా చేస్తూ ఉంటాం, కొంచెం పెద్దగా అయినాక ఏం లేదే అని చాలా వదిలేస్తాం కదా, ఎగ్జైట్మెంట్లో చేస్తే చాలా వదిలేస్తుంటాం. రైట్, we realize many things through experience, things that we have done when you are young, you don't do once you, some wisdom, some experience is there. So we had this conversation and said that, intention wise they are fine, that is the competence issue. Then he said, okay. So at a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, also 4-year-old also, you can have a conversation about these things. Then one day my daughter comes back from the school and says that one teacher expired. Now in the beginning, first period, they asked all of us to pray and close your eyes and read. Then she came back and said, why did she died anyway? What are we getting by closing the eyes? So there are a lot of conversations we had about it. What about the rebirth? What about the self? Who died actually? Who is alive? So many things. Even 3-4 years also actually understands if you are able to have this simple conversations. What for you are praying? So you are okay if I wish something for you when you are alive. After somebody is gone, you also what are you wishing? We are wishing that they stay peaceful. But when they are alive also very peaceful. It is the only difference, right? When they are alive, you don't have question. This thing. So now the concept that the self has come with just 5-year, 6-year-old kids. So like that, guidance also does not mean every day reciting shlokas and those things. That also can happen if some meaningful activity is going through it. So are we providing guidance? Are we providing guidance to our kids? Right? So this we provide anyway, because that primordial tendency for every species is there. You take care of your requirements, immediately whoever you feel related, their requirements also you take. If somebody is hungry, you feel related to them, you will ask them, have you had food? If somebody is there, you don't feel related, you don't even worry. So this will come naturally. But this is something which we have to recognize and work on it. And guiding the self of our children, providing them right knowledge. Yeah. So that is care and guidance part.
345 activity yes sir, 345
Yeah.
4 5
Okay, activity, move this going.
complete 4 each.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Oh, 15 seconds. Okay, any questions in what we discussed so far? ఇప్పుడు నీకు ఇచ్చేస్తాను నేను రెస్పెక్ట్ చెప్పి. Any questions? Any questions? Sir? Yeah.
After we see some kids, they don't know the planning part. It's how to plan themselves.
How to plan there?
How to plan themselves. Yeah. Or if you ask me, some parents don't know how to plan. So earlier it was not so important, but in this generation,
Yes, it's more important.
so
Yeah.
important, so relevant. That is first thing.
Mm.
Second thing is financial
Yeah.
management.
Mm.
So these things currently is not in the syllabus of the current education.
Mm.
So this when we say skill-based education is not actually
Even skill also not done properly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So these two things how we can imbibe to the kids.
Yeah. See, what is there is something called, there is something called zone of influence, and there is a zone of concern. For example, I am concerned about every damn human being in the world, but will I be able to reach everybody and educate them? I have concern. I have concern about people in China also, people in Brazil also, people in Arctic also. Concern is there, isn't it? Don't we want happiness of everybody? Concern. And next is zone of influence. How many people have some influence? I can do something for them. I can do for myself first, and then my immediate family members, with some more people, my neighbors, my community members or the relatives and the wherever you are working. Here we can do something. Okay. As I become a person with higher influence, your competency increases. You join with few more people, then you can, the zone of influence, the circle diameter will increase. Will become bigger. Then we will be able to do that. So as of now, we can observe that many people do not have clarity, the planning part or the financial part, even the life part about their marriage or a work thing, how to do it is not there. Unfortunate, yes, true. But what we can do is, we can do with immediate people with whom we can have some purpose, a contact. That we can do. And beyond that, through some NGOs, for example, we with friends, we have started an organization giving this workshop. Every single year we are able to reach few hundreds people, few thousands people, and do whatever we can do. And in the mainstream education also, so we have this NGO, okay, Amma Social Welfare Association. Under that, many service activities we do, and also we do this Jeevan Vidya workshops. We understood that somebody is hungry, give them food. Somebody is not hungry, but confusion is there, give them clarity.
See, hungry is with respect to but hungry with respect to life is...
Yes, so clarity is required, food is required. We are working on both. Through this NGO, we have activities where we distribute the food, we take, the cloths also, somebody requires school fees, that also we pay whatever we have. We also working and organizing these workshops, and all the time we are trying to find out ways to reach people through, for example, this workshop. We had this dialogue, it may help some people. So
I see people around me, they are struggling with the finances. They don't have this management. Okay. Now when I further analyzed, what I understood was it should have been inculcated in the early stages.
Yeah. So far, sir, experiments, people have been doing these experiments, sir, so much. In school education now, value education subject is there. Is it happening?
It's not people.
So people, whatever people have found gaps, they thought that if you introduce it as a subject, it will happen. Health is included in the syllabus, but are people getting health awareness healthy? So there is a problem. Of course, that is also have to be there. I am saying that just by introducing also will not affect. Who will teach? How many teachers themselves will know this? Who will train them? And who is going to actually teach a profession? మీకు కూడా తెలుసు కదా సార్, ఇప్పుడు టీచర్ ప్రొఫెషన్లో 10,000 15,000 ఇస్తే ఎవరు వెళ్తారు సార్? సో వెరీ కాంప్లికేటెడ్ సిచ్యువేషన్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ కదండి. కృష్ణ అవుతున్నాడు చూడు కదా, ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళు వేరే బీటెక్ వెళ్తుంటారు, ఇంకోటి వెళ్తుంటారు కదా. యాజ్ అ సొసైటీకి మనము ఇది ఇంత ఇంపార్టెంట్ చదువు అనే దానికి విలువ ఇవ్వకపోతుంది. బర్గర్ పిజ్జాలకేమో వెల్లి రేట్లు ఉంటే ఓకే, కానీ కందిపప్పుకు ఉండకూడదు కదా రేటు, ఉల్లిగడ్డలకు ఉండకూడదు. 5 రూపాయలు పెంచినా మనం దాన్ని ప్రాబ్లం అంటాం అది. సో అన్ని చోట్లలో ఉంది సార్ ప్రాబ్లం అది. ఇప్పుడు యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ మనకు ఏదో ఒకటి రెండు చోట్ల మనకు కన్సర్న్ అనిపించవచ్చు. ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఫైనాన్షియల్ అది అన్నట్టు, ఫుడ్లో ప్రాబ్లం లేదా సార్, బట్టల ప్రాబ్లం లేదా సార్, చదువులో లేదా సార్, ఇప్పుడు డైవర్స్లో లేదా సార్, పెళ్ళిలో లేదా సార్, లేనిది ఎక్కడ, ఎన్వైర్న్మెంట్ లేదా సార్. సో ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ ఎవ్రీవేర్. ద రూట్ కాజ్ ఈజ్ ద రైట్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్. The root cause level, we are working here. Meanwhile, with whoever you are in touch with them we can have a dialogue, we can do so. And then you can support these causes. Whoever is doing, for example, Sundar Garu is doing this. So whatever support you do it. Somebody, we had in the morning, one couple came. See, they are in Vizag. They take out some time. They came here. They have made so many videos, and they have become very popular. Millions of views they have got. Their expertise is their IT, they are good with editing and these things. They have shot these videos, and through that some people have come now here. So whichever way we can volunteer, we can do our bit. And for Sundar Garu to do this, their parents have been into service so much. They have been very spiritual people. His mother is here, Amma is here. Right? So they have done their bit. They probably would not have imagined that even this much happens. మీ లైఫ్లో మీరు తర్వాత ఇలా అవుద్ది అని కూడా అనుకుని ఉంటారు కదా. మీరు మీ పార్ట్ మీరు సేవ చేస్తూ పోయారు. వాళ్ళ ఫ్యామిలీ లైక్ దే బ్రీత్ సర్వీస్. వాళ్ళ నాన్నగారు ఇప్పుడు లేరు, ఉన్నప్పుడు కూడా మేము వచ్చాము. రైట్. సో దట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్ వాజ్ దేర్. యా, వాళ్ళు అప్పు చేసి కట్టారు ఇదంతా. पूरा लोड लेके बनाए. So as whatever concern we have, whatever capability we have, as we do our part, then things become better and better. Okay, so here I'll stop. There is one more topic that Bala will explain. Okay. వస్తుంది కదా.
నేను అది రసం అక్కడ ఉంది, బాగా వాటర్ ఇక్కడ ఉంది.
ఆఫ్ అయిందా? హలో
ఈరోజు we look at some of the foundation of our knowledge base. When I say knowledge base, that we acquire over the period of life. So if I say life, it's all about life experience. జీవితం experience. So just question, మన life ever started with where we have started our life? What is life experience as per your understanding, as per your knowledge? Sorry? Mother's womb, okay. Right? So generally celebrate birthday for 1 year. But before also, say a 6 months of journey, that is also knowledge. Is also knowledge. Foundation knowledge I think. That is also part of life experience as far as understanding, because that's where all the sensory part has developed and have already started taking the information. Control of it, ఎప్పుడైతే మన మ్యానేజ్ చేయాలి పనిచేయడం స్టార్ట్ అయ్యిందో ఫౌండేషన్ నాలెడ్జ్ అనేది స్టార్ట్ అయిపోతుంది. అండ్ when you come out of the womb and experience in this world, that is a new knowledge. At 5 సంవత్సరాలు 5 years will be educated in a family environment or environment surrounded by the people. 5 సంవత్సరాలు ఫౌండేషన్ నాలెడ్జ్. ఇది ఎందుకు ఇంపార్టెంట్ అంటే ఫౌండేషన్ నాలెడ్జ్. ఈ నాలెడ్జ్ బట్టి మనం యాక్చువల్లీ ఇంకా దే రెఫరెన్స్ వి యూజ్ వెన్ వి రెస్పెక్ట్ అదర్ పీపుల్. ప్రతి ఒక్కరు మన మైండ్ అదే నాలెడ్జ్లో ఆపరేట్ అవుతుంది. ఎప్పుడైతే మీరు దానికి ఎక్కువ ఉంటారో whenever you have stuck inside that gap or I can say that spectrum, whatever it is, our behavior, our actions all fall in that, and that is all predictable, and that is also common for everyone, because generally we all part of the set, that's our certain limitations, that's our some control, and everybody has a problem. That way everybody is equal. That way everybody make knowledge, all this knowledge is same. On top of that, we build something, learn over the period of life, and that is foundation knowledge. That is different. Whenever we start our individuality, whenever I feel that I am okay, I started getting every information. I have followed this religion, I am following that, I am learning this, I am following this practice, this, whatever it is, that is our knowledge, foundation knowledge. But here, the knowledge comes through this as information. It can be whatever we see, hear, smell, all the sensory things, knowledge comes here, information, we combine it, and based on that our actions, feeling, behavior, and respect also follows after that. So, in our foundation knowledge, if we believe that if a person with big car, good money, and has this kind of body posture, and following this kind of dress style, must be respected. Right? ఎవరికైతే వాళ్ళ డబ్బులు ఉంటారో మంచి కార్లు వస్తారో బాగుంటారో బాగుపడి కనుక్కోవాలి వాళ్ళ రెస్పెక్ట్ ఇవ్వాలి అనేది ఉండొచ్చు ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇచ్చాను. అదే ఫౌండేషన్లో ద సేమ్ ఫౌండేషన్ if I somehow convince myself that respect is not for these physical things which expressed by the human, but for the human itself, you have acted differently. I have more feeling is a kind of a thought itself. So, as far as my understanding based on this proposal, whenever you see a person, you already started a image, thinking that should I respect this guy, that guy, that, what, you know, that's where actual respect even starts. What influences respect? I say the knowledge, information, our belief, our precondition. That's all called precondition. So somehow we learn that we should respect a person who plays good sports, right? You say cricket, and he is a good actor or something, etc., etc., etc. This is all taxed to a human being. Respect is not with that. For example, if we respect a teacher based on the post, or a person based on the post, whenever the post is gone or is out of the post, the respect is not continued. But earlier what we have discussed, respect is continuous. Now I cannot say that morning I will give you respect, afternoon I will give you half respect, evening I will give you. It's not like that. Respect is always continuous. It is for self. But what we have started, because of preconditioning, we believe that we should give respect. Some of the respect is given to only comfort them. For example, they have to do their job, for that we give them the comfort. It doesn't mean respect. Because if we don't give that much comfort, that will destroy so much of things outside, other side. That's the reason. So most of the time, all these foundational knowledge practiced without verifying it is for suited or self or not. Whatever we pursue in this whole lifetime, how many times we have verified whether it is suited for me or for any individual? Whatever it can be, belief, mantra, shastra, whatever it can be. Because not everything is suited to everyone. That's the reason why there are many variations of the learning path for any individual development. So, if we don't verify them, we cannot follow them for longer time. It will become burden. After a period of time, we will discontinue that. Or beyond that, we will discuss others are who will follow. That's the reason why it is our own responsibility, whatever knowledge being given, whatever you pursue to be verified. I'll give you one more example. When you see this, what comes to your mind? This is the information, a picture, suddenly you see what exactly this lady in the picture might be doing. You don't have to tell that thing. So, most of the time information is like this. Everybody has to go in deep. The way you have all the freedom, with other freedom only. As a human being, you have that much capacity. You don't have to be under yourself. The knowledge leader in the knowledge because we are compatible on this earth and we have that much capacity. That's the reason why we want to drive this body, human body. So that's the reason why itself has a purpose on this earth. So any knowledge, anything, you have to verify it first. On the basis that it is going to help me, it will develop my individual self-quality. Yesterday I was with these qualities because yesterday I used to get this much anger. But somehow I learned something that actually helped me to reduce my anger today. If any knowledge helping you like that, each individual in that context, you should follow it after verifying it. But not that I have seen something, I like the way it is doing, or somebody is following it, or someone has followed it, that's not going to work. Because if you follow like this, is what happens. And that is the reason why most of them could not stand in one culture, or one belief, or one process, or one practice. You know, what is if every practice is practiced by human beings, and being in the same body, the same foundation knowledge, why we have to change things? Can't we learn clear the cutter wherever we are without changing anything? Wherever we are in the same, whatever stage we are, married, unmarried, student, rich, poor, at least we are aware that is fair enough to survive. That's how we need to be courageous. Most of the time, it's a fear actually influences us. Yesterday we have talked about two groups, survival groups, I can say. One group, fear group, another one is group shared ability. So we are all human holding that group. Otherwise, we have not. Everybody is saying. Example, yesterday one of the questions we asked that if a beggar comes, how should I respond? Yesterday I have answered it in a proper way, but today now I can answer it. See, at least in my area, in Kamariki, no beggar has died lack of food. There are many another happening, there are many things happening. But why a beggar coming to me and asking for money? It is foundational knowledge. He felt that, okay, I want to do something else. So that's the reason why I talk to them. But if I don't have time, I have other priorities, I don't. Because some priority is there. So that's how we need to prioritize things. You don't have to donate all because if you have something, if you feel like you donate. Or if you don't feel like you verify it with your own luxury and time. If you still don't have that, don't have it. Because food is available. Food is available that we are all these diseases are getting after having more food. More than what we need. So likewise, in this on this stage anyway, we are all well funded. Everything is available. All we need to know how much I need. If we don't know how much we need, we tend to exploit others. That is what happens. We can see. But when we know how much we need, we don't go into expectation of any others. So now let's respect, right evaluation of other human beings and eat, akalam. That means we need to respect or evaluate correctly. So evaluation is it based on the self or body? It is based on the self or physical facilities. When I talk to other person, should I talk with his body, face, color, or should I put self and communicate? Yeah, but if you talk to a person with other physical facility and the physical facility is separated from him, you are able to give respect because it is not with that. Yeah, but when I communicate with other person, should I actually focus saying that there is other person like me? Right. Or is it because of the special or some fan following or is there guru or something? That's how I am trying to handle it. Thank you very much. Let's see. These are the three categories most of the time. We see the other person and put them. Either we over-evaluate them, or under-evaluate them, or otherwise evaluate. As I said, in a regular image, the lady, that's just an example. That's what we will be seeing many of the people. Many people in the family, outside the family, personally. Suddenly we try to evaluate their condition. You know? For example, evaluate more than what it is. That is called over-evaluation. Under-evaluation, evaluate them less what it is, what they are actually. Otherwise, evaluation. So whenever the evaluation is not right, it is disrespect. Yes. When you evaluate a person, should give proper respect, reach and over-evaluation is a person if you see, assume that he is some star or something, you start over-evaluating and giving the respect more than he needs. Right? Without doing like that, actually under-evaluating also. So whenever we disrespect a person by under-evaluating, over-evaluating, and otherwise evaluating, the respect is changed actually. We will go a little further in the next slide and see how the evaluation comes. Even if you are not giving the respect as is. So, right evaluation is actually when you are giving respect to a person, not giving any tag. That if the person is there and I need to communicate with you, communicate as a person. But since this person is from that place, because he closest to me, so I have communicated. Or maybe this person is from this kind of background and I should respect him. Not like that. So over-evaluation actually, whenever you evaluate yourself, whenever we evaluate ourselves, I mean, say, whenever we feel that we are greater, then ego actually comes. For example, the two persons are standing, and if I feel that I have studied towards the college, this person is not from that college, below that college, suddenly I feel that I am superior, that I have studied from college, I may be having more knowledge. In this college, they don't teach anything. That's the reason why I am more knowledgeable person. And I have not verified. Only I have seen a person, only I got to know his college. That's it. But I have pursued information. Like As I said, information I have received, I processed it, I compiled it, and filling in I concluded it, saying that this person is from different college, he might not have. I have not communicated yet. Even communicated, even before communicating with him, I have already set my feeling. With that feeling, I will communicate. And definitely, I am going to discuss it. It is same in family also. Whenever we see another person, lower, superior, if you don't see the right competence, that is where actually we are disrespecting. Sometimes at home we say, you are female, so you cannot do this, or you have to do this. We actually tend to put that kind of force easily at home. But if we see, keeping all these things aside, and see there is a person, we also want to be happy. I also want to be happy. There are different competence, there are different challenges. Some people can do, some people cannot do. Then actually I interact with them and I try to help their competence. That is how I am fulfilling the relationship. And I don't disrespect, saying that you are not capable or you are doing this, you are supposed to be doing this. So, as I mentioned, disharmony, tension, frustration, and last is research. This is where it happens.
What if the other person does not want assistance for the competence?
And how we know that the other person doesn't want to take our help?
You may not listen to you, you make different rules. That will be happening. Even if you one brother or one son.
Yes. Sometimes it is said that we should give some time here. But before even that, we need to confirm whether my program with him or my approach with the other person is not listening is in a humble way, polite way. Yesterday, gratitude session, if we see that same person may have done many good things, but whether I am communicating with him one of the negative part, putting as a primary or whatever the good things which I have done so far. If this comes in the foundation knowledge, then our communication with the person will be a gratitude, saying that I want you to be this and that, but your approach is this. I think it is not going to happen. That's all. That's where we end. You don't have to push anyone, because every individual has their life there. To give them time. But if you say that it is wrong because I felt that it is wrong and you are doing wrong, nobody will take it. The other person knows with this knowledge whether right or wrong. But at the time when it is wrong, he will learn. He will come back, saying that time you need to give him time to look and verify the information what he perceives. And there is a limit also for any individual in the family. You cannot go beyond a time or beyond such limit, by beyond such action. For example, if you want to teach English to a family, any person
ఇవ్వలే అండి 9 అనకాపల్లి 9 ఓకే అనుకోలే డ్రాప్ చేస్తారు అనుకుంటా 8 కల్లా బయలుదేరి
చెప్పండి, ఫోన్ చేయండి.
సరే అండి.
ఫోన్ చేసి నేను వస్తాను.
9 అవును 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 నిజమే. ఇలా మాట్లాడుకొని చేసేసరికి కరెక్టే మీరు అనేది. 7:30కి మనం బ్యాగ్ పట్టుకుంటే 8ంటికి అందులో ఎక్కుతాం. అప్పుడు 8ంటికి ఇంజన్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది.
గోల్డ్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, ఎన్ని మిరపకాయలు చెప్పుకుంటారు, మిరపకాయలు
దీని తర్వాత యోగా ప్రోగ్రామ్ అండి. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడే పలా తీసుకున్నాను, కొద్దిసేపు అయింది పలా తీసుకున్నాను.
4:45 క్లోజ్ చేస్తామా?
ఇంకా ముందైనా క్లోజ్ చేస్తే అయిపోయింది. ఇంకా ఎంత టైం అయింది? 4:30 అయింది.
20.
20. ఈసారి వర్క్షాప్ సీక్వెన్స్ అంతా మోర్ ఆఫ్ పార్టిసిపెంట్ డ్రివెన్ అయింది. వాళ్ళు అడిగిన దాన్ని బట్టి సీక్వెన్స్కి వెళ్ళిపోయాము. ఇంకా
I and other person, I want to live continuous happiness, and other person also want to live happily. That is our purpose. Any differences or any questions here? And yesterday side before.
అంటే మన సైడ్ నుంచి చెప్పాల్సింది ఇప్పుడు 8 రోజులు కాదు, 5-6 గంటల మ్యాటర్ అయిపోతుంది. ఇన్ని రోజులు వేరే వేరే పంచాయతీలు అన్నీ.
Want to be happy as individual, family, society, nature or existence at all 4 levels. So this is our aim, I can say. This is our program, how to work this.
Thank you. Now it comes to potential. Every individual have a potential to imagine, have a potential to think, have a potential to plan. For example, I want to be happy and I say that I want to earn this much, I want to eat this much, I want to do this much exercise. If I fix that, I know how to do that at individual level and family level. And potential, I'll plan. If I want to earn money, I'll plan, I need to learn this much, I have to do this type of job, and I need this much money, then I can plan accordingly. Everybody has that potential. Every individual, a human, have all these 3. And with that, I say, whenever I meet other person, he also happen to have the same thing. You want to be happy, you want to happy in all these levels, and his desire, thought, expectation all runs in our same way. So it is self-evident here that other is also similar to me. But take an example of yesterday, that if a vegetable seller, should I respect him or not based on this? Because he want to live happy, the same, he want to be happily live in family, individual, society, and his potential, desire, thought, expectation is there, and he plans something, he's selling, he's doing his own business. So if we take like that, every individual has the same things and their way of achieving it different. With that settled, it's easy to respect everyone. If you see any person, will be having this person, I mean to say anyone, any human being. Then the differences. If I respect based on the body, like color, physique, height, weight, etc., etc., and that again gender, age, physical facility, beliefs. So these are the things. If I go to first slide. Yeah. Whenever you see through your senses, information comes in and you compile and you start giving a tag to the person, and so differences here. If you forget the self and try to respect based on these different aspects, information, as I said, there is a variance in the respect, and the respect is not continuous here. That means you are not respecting you or other person continuously. Whenever we miss the respect with other one, they feel disrespect and your communication will not establish. You won't feel happy, and other person won't make you happy. So peer pressure. So peer pressure, when we want to get respect from other person, if we want to get respect from other person, we try to see what makes other person respect me. Based on that, I'll try to suit to him. For example, way of looking and things such as the language, clothes. So for example, if I wear this color of dress, and if that person respects me, then I'll try to do that. That means you are actually controlled by other person thoughts. This become major source for peer pressure. This is what we call peer pressure. That means you want to see yourself good and respected by other person. Most of the time we will be in this peer pressure. So when I have a respect on the basis of understanding, human being as discussed in this session, respect for everyone including myself. So all this still trying to convey that if we expect respect from others and do, then it is not going to last long. I mean, long time it not going to survive. And if you honestly respect other person, you don't have to do anything. Just communicate with him. Naturally, it will occur organically. So now, respect based on the self. We know that purpose, program, potential is all same for everyone, and the other one is similar to me. And if we understand that other person also is like me and his desire, purpose and everything was same, and we respect, and the respect is actually comes as a compliment. At least you will communicate in a standard way that that person is also responds to you in a complimentary way. If you have doubt on the intention, other person. Yes, sure. One. Actually, the slides will be shared. So as we discussed earlier, if it is a competency problem or intention problem, if you are able to see everybody has the intention of want to be happy, want to say purpose, program, potential. In those contexts, every human being is same. Only the way they wanted to do the life, continuing the life, and if they want to do business to survive, earn money, they are doing business. If they want to be whatever the profession they want to, they are doing profession, and they want to survive, they are doing. But if we try to respect them, you are giving respect to their profession or their different aspects, forgetting that he is a human being, and that's where actually disrespect starts with. That is called a disrespect. And respect should start from individual. So before asking question, I'll explain some of the topic. When I say respect, our body, a human. So respect starts with self itself. Generally, if I did a mistake, I myself did a mistake and I got to know that I done a mistake. How many of you actually let go of yourself or remember that mistake most of the times and feeling bad about what you have done, and that is happening continuously, repeatedly. For example, yesterday some mistake has been done, knowingly, unknowingly, and you understood that you have done a mistake. That today, tomorrow, like continuous 4 days, if you are keep recalling that means actually you are disrespecting yourself also. Sometimes mistakes happens. That's what we are trying to convey. But have we recovered from the mistake? For example, as I said, respecting ourselves in the sense respecting our body and our needs, our thoughts start from individual. If we don't know how to forgive ourselves, we don't know that how to, excuse or forgive other one. Most of the times we feel that if some mistake is happened, that is the end of the world. And that if the mistake happened with the other person, and that is a big thing. Without doing mistakes, learning is not possible. We all are here to do the mistakes and do not repeat that. All our purpose is to, knowingly, unknowingly, if we have done some mistake, understand it and recover it from that. We don't have to repeat it. But something we learn from it, we need to implement in the next time in our continuation of the daily routines, whatever I call. So any questions in this respect? Any slide? Any questions? Yes.
Is sacrifice for others the kind of respect for others or disrespect for ourselves?
Okay. Sacrifice for other.
When we make sacrifice for our parents, our friends, and because of our feelings, our own desires, how do you live?
Actually, I did not get the question. What do you mean by sacrificing?
Now, one desires for the sake of others, right?
I think that is responsibility, right? Sacrificing the desires.
Sacrifice is basically voluntary. Making sacrifice is voluntary.
See, you,
Like suppose there is a you example.
okay. I'll give you one example. Okay, when I say when
There is one thing available. I love my friend, so I let him have. I love my friend, I let him have. I also want it, but I feel that he should have. But because that is the way I try happiness. Getting other happy. Very much.
actually, if you that question can be answered in different ways. When we say that I want my friend's well-being to be continued and I can let go or I can give one thing to him for his benefit and I am okay of not having it, that is not sacrificing actually. That is actually fulfilling the relationship with the friend. One. Secondly, for example, I have this piece or physical thing, I wanted to give it to my friend. Not having of that particular thing with me is not bothering me. I'm not any unhappy with that. That is actually, that is not sacrifice. That is actually sharing. And you are not unhappy with that. Sacrifice when you say that you wanted it most and you could not get it because of so and reason, but you still want it. This question can be explained with more example. See, as a father, I have 2 kids and sometimes there is only some food left, the lunch time. Whom should I give this food? Should I eat or should I give? In offering food to the kid, do I feel that I have sacrificed it? That is where that is called responsibility, upbringing of kid. And there is also responsibility with the friend. If you say that he is my friend and his well-being is also my responsibility up to some extent, like lending a pen, I can write with a pencil, that is still okay. There is no sacrifice in it. You are fulfilling the responsibility. And in this world, I can say that is happening. That is how it happens, sharing. And the two groups I told you, right? Group 1, group 2 of survival. We are in that one group. We want to expand, we want to share. Only then we will flourish forward further. Whenever we try self-centric, world become very less. Our survival also will become questionable. That is how. Does it answer your question? Generally, many of the things we define many words, not knowing what exactly at the feeling level. Just now we say it is sacrifice, but I don't see it as sacrifice. I feel it is responsibility, And as far as I know, these words are not important. Feeling is important. There is no such thing called sacrifice, I believe. Sometimes they are unhappy and they want to express it. They put a name called sacrifice, I believe. That's how I look at it. Any questions? I think one thing I am sure that all these classes can be used as a sleeping therapy. Whenever you want to get more sleep, you can have these recordings, put it in the speaker, right? For me, we cannot escape from this learning, understanding the reality. What we are discussing is a true reality of the human being. Yes or no? Otherwise, why would I have sit here? Knock out me anytime, He said it's all trap. And we followed it. I am standing here with this facing you all means it is not coming as usual. But only challenge for me is that there is this much learning I have to crush it and try to convey. There is a challenge and I accept it. I am trying to convey with that. At least one point, if we able to make one point clear, that is enough out of these 2 days. Only for that reason we travel from there. One thing change, that will actually give a chain reaction. It will change because truth is same. You cannot escape. Nobody can escape. We have seen it, we are seeing it, it will be seen. I am telling you that confidence. Because all our knowledge, foundation knowledge is all actually, lot of variables. We need to find the proper knowledge which helps us. That is the only truth. Truth is the only right knowledge. Any other questions? Sure.
Doesn't all of this get tiring? Like, so easy to live in ignorance and bliss. And it's just that following this right path is difficult. How do you persevere in this journey? Like, how do you stay on this road?
At least you have recognized it as the right path, right?
Yes, we have the intent. I'm sure everyone here has the intent that they want to be good, they want to do good. But the thing is, it's very hard. Being in this right path is very hard, and you have people all around you who are not known to this, and they're happy. We have these thoughts, we have this introspection and everything. And some people are not aware of it, and they're happy. At least we see that they're happy. So
I think, first of all, I would like to ask a question, how we concluded that they are happy? They are acting happy or they are internally happy? Happiness is what their being level. That we don't know.
We are perceiving that they are happy.
Yeah, as I said, information, the picture, if you recall that lady's picture, more or less the same. Who will allow you to check whether their happiness bar It is a 4 rating or 5 rating, Amazon rating like that.
Sir, but the thing is that our perception is that we are happy. So in our mind, why?
Generally, all these questions is common. That is how it's supposed to be. That indicates that we are in right direction at least. We found some path is right or not. Generally, assume if you travel car to a wrong direction, you came to know, you take a U-turn. What is in that? There is no sacrifice in that. And you are driving your car and easy to control. If the car is driven by other person remotely and you are inside the car, is it easy? That's what we are trying to take control of your life, your hands, with the right intention, with the right value system. Don't take all the clutter and make your foundation. If you made that, that means you are acting within that foundation. That is not wrong. That is what I am trying to convey. There is no such thing is wrong. Everything is a purpose. Everything is a learning. Who said it is wrong or right? Who will tell a person for his own right and wrong? A person itself, himself, at a self level. So, and what are the human purpose? You want to be happy, harmonious. That is what it is trying. You want to enjoy the life as a being, as a human. You want to enjoy the nature, everything. Whatever we have surrounding us, you cannot buy it, but it is available for you. You are very prosperous. Only thing, our foundational knowledge doesn't allow to see a big picture. Or we restrict, we are not ready to learn. Or we are easy to copy, grasp. Mic sound. So, వాళ్ళకి ఫైవ్కి టైం ఉంది కదా ఇంకా యోగా 4:45 ఇంకా 5 minutes క్వశ్చన్ అట్లీస్ట్ సారీ
everybody's definition of happiness is different. So when you are saying somebody is happy, you feel maybe then I think it is something which we need to look at ourselves. When they are saying they are happy, means you are also happy and they are also happy. However, you are not happy and they are thinking they are happy. You are comparing the happiness. So then these questions may like, the even beta. So if one more thing is like you feel like they are not following the right path but they are happy, then you are struggling like that path is not right, I have find a different path but I am struggling means I am not finding happy. So these things really we need to write and introspect.
Actually, the crux of the whole problem is if we put other person as a reference of our happiness, we are doomed. This life, any life. Maybe we would have already doomed in the past life. You, me, no difference. We all are human at the level. At least that is okay, right? After all these sessions, everybody is competent. Anybody can go to Mars. But you really want to go at your level, at yourself? I don't want to go Mars. I am happy. I am there. That's all. If you are happy at your level, nobody going to disturb. That is what we are trying to make. But first, at least we know what is the definition of happiness. Yesterday, these 2 sessions, we were able to see something that happiness is not born by money, not born by facility, not born by this or that. Happiness is born by internal, by feeling, doing good things, kind, being gratitude, looking at what we have and happily enjoying the life. But if we aim for something, and we are not trying to tell, not earn money, don't buy car. You buy car, good car, use it for proper sometime. If you want to buy bench, there is the problem. You have to suit it for. Bench is not coming anyway, 80 lakhs, I think minimum. For that you need to earn it. If you have a capacity, earn it and buy that bench and retain it for 10 years. That is also I am trying to convey. But that guy bought a car, bench, whatever the version, if you want to buy, then either you need to download his competency and you make yourself clone himself as a you. Not going to happen with this current technology. You have to wait for the technology. Until then you need to be happy, right? Postpone that idea. You still happy. We are all happy. But this information what we perceive makes us. You have to verify it. Okay. And one of Krishna want to share his experience about these sessions and his life.
Now, in response to that question, I just want to add the transition is actually you have seems. For example, you are eating and having fun, all that is fine, and by chance you may not be getting painful also. Let's say you start exercising today, it is painful in the beginning, but you bring benefits after a point. Right. The complete ignorance, somebody is there, it is bliss for you. But once some awareness started in you, you cannot go back to complete ignorance. You don't have a choice. You are stuck. Right? Now that you know, you are at a wrong place. You have a choice to forget. Now you have to complete the journey only. So this transition actually a little difficult. Not to hide it or not. It is difficult, but it is worth the effort. It is worth the effort, and as you do it, and you find that as you progress, you find that the results are much more than the effort you make. So it won't be so difficult. Also, you will have so much of bliss, so much of joy as you keep following the right things. So it's not that it is very hard, very difficult all the time. Let's take time addicted to the phone. In the beginning, few days, let's say you do it. After that, game is going to be so joyful. You will not yes or no? You just intuitively you can think of it, right? But beginning is so joyful. But beginning, transition is difficult. But somebody who has not yet attained that as a playing children, continue to be in the phone and you may think that this is it's like that.
You need to make friendship with your thought itself first. That is the thing, that there is a good thing. And
let him complete. We can have the discussion, I think.
My name is Krishna. I'm head of community. For the last 2 years, I have been following communism. For the last 6 years, I have been following spirituality. Since 2020, April 1st. One of my friends has suggested me, introduced me this series, basic Jiva Vidya. So first time, when I attended first session, I came to know all the information, what is the Jiva Vidya. Then I felt that I know everything, it's a good platform, I know everything. What I learned from the session, I used to share my friends. This is Jiva Vidya, this is Jiva Vidya. One of my friends has questioned me, Krishna, you are giving the information, you are sharing the information only, but you are not following what actually Jiva Vidya has taught you. You are unable to applicable in your life, but only you are sharing and you are giving the information only. Then I introspect myself, what actually Jiva Vidya has taught me, what actually I am doing. Then I realized, then what I have been taught by Jiva Vidya, then I started to implement in my life. Since 2020, August 15th. In my life, I experienced many changes. In previously, I used to judge all the people. In previously, I used to comment all the people. I know everything, someone doesn't know everything. I know everything, someone doesn't know anything. Like that, I used to judge all the people. I speak a few things in Telugu. Communism lo నేను ఏదో ఉందనుకున్నాను, నేను జడ్జ్ చేయలేదు, స్పిరిచువాలిటీ ఏదో ఉందనుకున్నాను, కానీ ఎక్కడా లేని ఒక ఆత్మసంతృప్తి, ఎక్కడా లేని ఒక క్లారిటీ నాకు జీవితం ఇచ్చింది. దాంట్లో జీవితం ఏం నేర్పిందంటే, మనం ఏ పని చేసినా సరే ఆ పని పట్ల క్లారిటీ ఎలా ఉండాలి, పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్ ఏంటి, ఒక మనిషి ఇంకో మనసు వేరియేషన్ ఏంటి, కేవలం సామర్థ్యంలో మాత్రమే తేడా ఉంటుంది. ఆ పైన బాగా కనెక్ట్ అనమాట. అంటే ఒక వ్యక్తిని జడ్జ్ చేసే ముందు అతనికి ఆ సామర్థ్యం లేదు, నాకు ఆ సామర్థ్యం ఉంది, నా సామర్థ్యాలను షేర్ చేసి తను అర్థం చేసుకునే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తే రిజల్ట్ ఎలా ఉంటుందని చెప్పేసి నేను ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అయ్యాను. రియల్లీ నా జీవితంలో అప్పటివరకు నేను ఒక అద్భుతమైన చేంజెస్ నేను ఈ జీవితంలో అటెండ్ అయ్యాను. లాస్ట్ టైం ఇక్కడ ఇదే ప్లాట్ఫామ్ మీద ఇక్కడే ఏప్రిల్లో కోర్స్ చేశాను, ఆరోగ్య కోర్స్ చేశాను. సార్
పర్మిషన్ జస్ట్ 1 minute లాస్ట్ టైం నేను వచ్చిన స్పీచ్ ఇక్కడ చెప్పదలుచుకున్నాను సార్. After completion of last term director session, I shared my experience. Please try to listen to me.
ప్లే అవ్వట్లేదు వీడియో బ్రిటిష్ డౌన్లోడ్ అవ్వట్లేదు యూట్యూబ్లో ఉంది అది
డేటా లేదా
నేను ఇస్తా డేటా అది వైఫై కనెక్ట్ నేను చెప్పేసి ఎప్పుడో నేను ట్రై చేస్తాను.
సారీ, లాస్ట్ టైం నేను సెషన్ కనెక్ట్ అయినప్పుడు మాట్లాడాను. ఒక 90 days మీరు ఏదైతే నాకు నేర్పారో ఈ హెల్త్ ట్రాక్ మొత్తం ఏదైతే ఉందో ఒక 90 days కంపల్సరీగా నా లైఫ్లో దాన్ని ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ చేస్తాను అని చెప్పాను. వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత ఒక 4-5 days నేను డాక్టర్ గారు ఏదైతే చెప్పారో చేయలేకపోయాను కొన్ని కారణాల చేత. కానీ డాక్టర్ గారు వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్లో ప్రతిరోజు ఫాలోఅప్ చేస్తూ ఉండేదన్నమాట. ఆ తర్వాత నాకు నేను ఇంట్రోస్పెక్ట్ చేసుకుని రియలైజ్ అయిపోయి దాని ఒక చార్ట్ ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకొని స్టార్ట్ చేశాను. లక్కీగా నాకు అదే టైంలో నేను కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ ప్రిపేర్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు గురుకుల నోటిఫికేషన్ వచ్చింది. ఆ 90 days కరెక్ట్ టైం ఉంది. డాక్టర్ గారికి ఏదైతే మాట ఇచ్చానో దాన్ని ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ చేయడం కోసం 90 days టైం ఉంది. ఆ రెండింటిని కొంచెం కోఆర్డినేషన్ చేసుకున్నాను. హెల్త్ ట్రాక్ ఏదైతే ఫాలో అయ్యానో హెల్త్ ట్రాక్తో పాటు జీవన విద్య సెషన్స్ ఏదైతే రెగ్యులర్గా అటెండ్ అవటము, ఆ సెషన్స్ లేనప్పుడు యూట్యూబ్లో ఆ వీడియోస్ చూడటం వల్ల నాకు ఆ ప్రిపరేషన్ ఏదైతే ఉందో చాలా క్లారిటీ వచ్చింది. ఎక్కడ కూడా నా 1 minute టైం కూడా వేస్ట్ చేయాలి 90 days. ఎందుకంటే ఎవరితో ఎందుకు మాట్లాడాలి, ఎంత మాట్లాడాలి, దాన్ని ఎట్లా యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకోవాలనేది ఒక ప్రీ ప్లాన్గా చేసుకున్నాను. ఆ టైం టేబుల్ ఫాలో అవటం వల్ల 90 days ఎగ్జామ్లో నేను రాశాను. మొన్న మధ్య రీసెంట్గానే రిజల్ట్ వచ్చింది. ఐ హ్యావ్ బీన్ అపాయింటెడ్ యాజ్ ద టీజీటీ ఆఫ్ ఇంగ్లీష్ ఇన్ గురుకుల ఆఫ్ తెలంగాణ స్టేట్. మా అమ్మ నాకు జన్మనిచ్చింది. మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి నాకు జీవితాన్ని ఇచ్చిన వరకు జీవన విద్య. ఇది ఇక్కడ వీళ్ళ జీవన విద్యని ప్రమోట్ చేయడం కోసం చెప్పట్లేదు. దే డోంట్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ మనీ కూడా ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేయరు. సర్వీస్ ఓరియంటేషన్ వచ్చి చేస్తుంటారు. కానీ ఎందుకు ఇది చెప్తున్నానంటే ఆ గ్రాటిట్యూడ్గా చూపించే ఒక అవకాశం నాకు ఈ వేదిక డాక్టర్ గారి రూపంలో నాకు దొరికింది. కాబట్టి నాకు మా అమ్మ జన్మనిచ్చింది, నాకు జీవన విద్య ఇచ్చింది. మీ అందరికి కూడా జీవన విద్య. లాస్ట్ టైం ఒక 1 minute మాట్లాడాను. ప్లీజ్ టైం టీచింగ్ ప్రొఫెషన్లో 4 years నుంచి టీచ్ చేస్తున్నామండి. పనిలో భాగంగా చాలా సెషన్స్ అటెండ్ అవుతుండేది అనమాట. ఏ సెషన్ అటెండ్ అయినా కానీ మోటివేషన్ అవుతూ ఉండేది అనమాట. ఆ మోటివేషన్ ఎలా ఉండేదంటే 1 day 2 days ఉండేది. 3వ రోజు మళ్ళీ రియల్ లైఫ్లోకి వచ్చేది అనమాట. కానీ ఫస్ట్ టైం నా లైఫ్లో జీవన విద్య అటెండ్ అయిన తర్వాత నేను తెలుగు చూసుకోవడం కోసం ఒక స్కోప్ దొరికింది అనమాట. అంటే ఎందుకంటే జీవన విద్యలో డాక్టర్ గారు కానీ, హరిగారు కానీ, శివ గారు కానీ, అమ్మ శ్రీనివాస్ గారు కానీ వాళ్ళంతా చెప్పే మాట అయితే ఉందో రియల్ లైఫ్ నుంచి చాలా దగ్గర ముందు చూశాను అనమాట. లైవ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్గా వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు. వాళ్ళు చూసిన తర్వాత వాళ్ళ నుంచి ఇన్స్పైర్ అయ్యి వాళ్ళతో కమ్యూనికేట్ అయిన తర్వాత దాంట్లో ఈ మెసేజ్ చూసి మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చానండి. ఇక్కడికి వచ్చిన తర్వాత అదే స్ఫూర్తిని ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి ఆశ్రమం మొత్తం కూడా అటువంటి స్ఫూర్తిని, ముఖ్యంగా వాలంటీర్స్ కానీ, ఇక్కడ ఉన్న పిల్లలు కానీ, నా కో పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ కానీ, డాక్టర్ గారు కానీ అందరూ చాలా అంటే చాలా నా లైఫ్ ఇన్స్పైరింగ్ గా చేశారు అనిపించింది. ఇంత ఇన్స్పైర్ చేశారు నేను మాటల్లో చెప్తాను. కానీ డాక్టర్ గారు నేను ఒక 90 రోజులు ఛాలెంజ్ తీసుకున్నానండి. ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే స్ఫూర్తి పొందానో నా కో పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ కానీ, గురువుల గారి నుంచి కానీ, వీరి నుంచి కానీ, ఇక్కడ ఉన్న వాలంటీర్స్ నుంచి కానీ ఎటువంటి స్ఫూర్తిని అయితే పొందాను, ఆ స్ఫూర్తిని ఒక 90 days నేను ప్రాక్టికల్ గా చేసి ఒక లైవ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ గా నేను మీకు త్వరలో కలుస్తానండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఇంకెవరన్నా anyone else wants to share their experience? within 1 or 2 minutes about this Jivan Vidya session. Whether you liked it, do you want to give some suggestions? Do you think it is okay to include it in health workshop? Please come. Okay. 2 minutes.
Yeah. I don't need 2 minutes. I just wanted to. I didn't know to expect this when I came to this session. All I was expecting was yoga and Ayurveda. That's what I was expecting when I came to this session. But this was a nice surprise for me. And I've always, as I told in my introduction also, always been interested in self-improvement and ways to look for it. I've always been on this journey, but I think this gave me a great kickstart. Like, it's been like an offer for me, and I think I feel like I'm close to an answer that suits me, and it can recover me and make me a better person. So I'll take the learning from here, and I hope I follow this consistently, and I become a better person, and maybe come before this session, join a few people, inspire a few other people. So thank you, and I have lots of immense respect for all of your group. Thank you.
Anyone else? Yeah, please.
One thing I really liked about this Jivan Vidya, earlier I was confused about self and me, how to differentiate. But today I got a clarity for the first time. Now I have to, it's up to me now to practice it and follow it. That was that turning point. So I'm really grateful for that. Thank you.
Anyone else?
So earlier I was saying this thing, to the Hari, and so it goes into the layers of our mind. So it helps us the decision making process actually. So there is a flow chart. If anybody from IT, so there is a flow chart mechanism. We have to draw a flow chart at each and every level. Yes or no, yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. That's how you'll achieve whatever you want. And finally, there is a concept of gratitude jar that they have mentioned. So my piece of paper goes for in that gratitude jar, virtual. Okay. So for conducting this, and also both of you, and also Perumal sir. Yeah.
Hello everyone. Life is a more of a roller coaster ride, and we keep on rolling away. Life is a more of a roller coaster ride, and we are keeping rolling over it. And to understand the cell and body differently, our yogis become take too many years, and they put the knowledge into Vedas. But in this session, 2 days, and more 4 to 6 classes. You put it to compile it into our line, introduce it to ourselves. Thank you so much.
గురుగారు రెడీగా ఉంటే ఒకసారి రమ్మను. గురుగారు యోగా గురుగారు రండి.
రెండే మాటలు మాట్లాడదామండి. అందరికి నమస్కారం అండి. జీవన్ విద్య ఈజ్ వెరీ పవర్ఫుల్ నేమ్. జీవన విద్య, జీవించడానికి ఏదైతే విద్య కావాలో ఈ సెషన్లో మనం చక్కగా అందించడం జరిగింది. నేను కొంతకాలంగా స్పిరిచువల్ ట్యాబ్లెట్స్ అనే ప్రోగ్రామ్కి అటెండ్ అవ్వడం జరుగుతూ ఉంది. ఇట్ ఈస్ మోస్ట్ యూజ్ఫుల్ ఫర్ ది సొసైటీ. దట్స్ లైక్ దిస్ జీవన్ విద్య ఆల్సో గివ్ స్పిరిచువల్ ట్యాబ్లెట్స్, ఆరోగ్య విద్య. ఆరోగ్య విద్యని చక్కగా కొన్ని మాటల్లో జీవన విద్య, దానికి దీనికి బాగా కనెక్షన్ అయి ఉంది. నా ప్రాబ్లం చూస్తే కొంచెం ఫిజికల్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది. ఈ మాటల్ని స్ట్రెస్ చేసి దానికి ఉపయోగించినప్పుడు భలే రిలేటెడ్గా ఒక వైబ్రేషన్ వస్తూ ఉంది. అవి చూస్తా రాసుకుంటా జీవన విద్య గురించినటువంటి వర్డ్స్ స్పెసిఫిక్గా చాలా బాగున్నాయి. దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్సో గుడ్ ట్యాబ్లెట్స్ ఫర్ ఏ గుడ్ హెల్త్. జీవన్ విద్య ఈజ్ రైట్ ప్రాస్పరస్. ఇట్ గివ్స్ us very health, wealth and prosperous through these words. Jeevan Vidya. How to respect ourselves, how to respect others, and how to respect the society through simply words. రెగ్యులర్గా మనం ఉపయోగించే మాటల ద్వారా ముగ్గురు కూడా చాలా చక్కగా జీవన విద్యని మనకి ఇన్కల్కేట్ చేశారని చెప్పి ఐ బిలీవ్ స్ట్రాంగ్లీ. వారు అందరికి కూడా అనేక కృతజ్ఞతలు, ధన్యవాదాలు ఈ సెషన్ తరపున మేము తెలియజేసుకుంటున్నాం సార్.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ టు ఆల్ అండి. మరి నేను ఫస్ట్గా హరినాథ్ గారిని కంగ్రాచులేట్ చేయాలి. ఎందుకంటే చాలా చిన్న వయసులోనే సార్ ఒక మంచి పవర్ఫుల్ టాపిక్ని పికప్ చేసుకుంటారు. ఎందుకంటే జనరల్గా ఇది నేషనల్ రీసెర్చ్ ప్రాజెక్టు. మనం చూసినట్టయితే ఇప్పుడు మన ICAR, ఇండియన్ కౌన్సిల్ ఫర్ అగ్రికల్చరల్ రీసెర్చ్ వాళ్ళు ఏం చెప్తున్నారంటే అడాలసెంట్ గర్ల్స్, రూరల్ ఇండియాలో అడాలసెంట్స్ నుంచి కూడా ఏం కావాలి అని చూస్తున్నారు. అయితే ఇప్పుడు సినారియో ఎట్లుందంటే పల్లెటూరులో అయినా కానీ సిటీలో అయినా కానీ యంగ్ కపుల్స్ మ్యారేజ్ వరకు, అంటే మ్యారేజ్ ఎట్లాగో లేట్ చేసుకుంటున్నారు, దాని తర్వాత కూడా తొందరగా డైవర్స్ రేట్ కానీ అండర్స్టాండింగ్స్ ఉండకపోవడం కానీ జరుగుతుంది. దీనికి అందరికీ కారణం రెడీనెస్ టు మ్యారేజ్, ఎడ్యుకేషన్, ఫ్యామిలీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అనేది ఇంపార్టెంట్ అనేది ఒక కంటెంట్ లాగా తీసుకొచ్చి ఈవెన్ నేషనల్ ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ సెంటర్స్ నుంచి కూడా ఇది రన్ అవుతుంది. కౌన్సిలింగ్ కానీ అంటే రెడీనెస్ టు మ్యారేజ్ చేస్తున్నారు. మ్యారేజ్ తర్వాత విడాకులప్పుడు కౌన్సిలింగ్ కాకుండా రెడీనెస్ టు మ్యారేజ్. అయితే మనం చూస్తే చాలా వరకు యంగ్ కపుల్లో విమెన్ ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటంటే వంట అనేది ఇష్టం లేదు, ఇంటి పనులు అనేవి ఈవెన్ దే హ్యావ్ టు షేర్ అన్న ఒక కాన్సెప్ట్. వంట రాకపోవడం వల్ల దెర్ ఆర్ మెనీ క్లాషెస్ ఫర్ ఉమెన్. అయితే వాళ్ళకి ఎందుకు అని అంటే అసలు ఫస్ట్ హెల్త్, సార్ అన్నట్టు హెల్త్, వంట, ఫుడ్, ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ తెలిస్తే రెడీగా ఈవెన్ మెన్ అండ్ ఉమెన్ విల్ గివ్ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ టు కుకింగ్, మెయింటెనెన్స్, హెల్త్ ఈ పార్ట్కి వస్తుంది. అండ్ దెన్ వాట్ హరినాథ్ గారు ఈరోజు మాట్లాడినట్టు సెల్ఫ్ అండ్ బాడీ వీటి గురించి తెలియడము, సొసైటీలో నుంచి మనం ఏం తీసుకుంటున్నాం, ఏమి ఇస్తున్నాము, ఈ కాన్షియస్నెస్ చాలా లేట్గా తెలుసుకుంటున్నాం మనం. ఒకవేళ అది ముందే యంగ్ జనరేషన్లో తెలుసుకోగలిగితే రియల్గా కాన్ఫ్లిక్ట్స్ రావు. ఆ మెకానిజం ఎట్లయితే బాడీకి మెకానిజం ఉందో మన ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ని సాల్వ్ చేసుకోవడానికి మనకి ఎట్లా సిగ్నల్స్ ఇస్తుందో సేమ్ అట్లనే మన ఫ్యామిలీ రిలేషన్స్ వీటిలలో కూడా సిగ్నల్స్ ఇస్తుంది, అంటే తెలుస్తుంది మనకి కాన్షియస్గా అని కూడా హరినాథ్ గారు చెప్పారు. అండ్ యూ క్యాన్ ఆల్వేస్ బీ హ్యాపీ, మేక్ అదర్స్ ఆల్సో హ్యాపీ అన్న ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్లని ఇవి మనకి ఎక్కడో ఇన్నర్గా తెలిసి తెలియకుండా ఉన్నా కానీ సార్ చాలా చక్కగా స్ట్రెస్ చేసి హీ టుక్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్. యాక్చువల్గా ఇది ఒక ముక్కలో చెప్పేస్తే కూడా అయిపోతుంది, బట్ హీ స్క్రూడ్ ఇట్ ఇన్ టు అవర్ మైండ్స్ సింపుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్తోని. అంటే చెప్పేటప్పుడు ఆయన తప్పనని మనం చూడగలిగినాము. సో ఐ రియల్లీ కంగ్రాచులేట్ అండ్ అప్రిషియేట్ హరినాథ్ గారు ఫర్ హిస్ ఎఫర్ట్స్. అంత దూరం నుంచి వచ్చి అది కూడా ప్యాషనేట్గా హీ హ్యాస్ చూసన్ ఇట్ యాజ్ అన్ ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ కోర్స్, నాట్ హిస్ రెగ్యులర్ జాబ్. కాబట్టి ఇటువంటిది మనం కూడా అందరం ఇన్కల్కేట్ చేసుకోవాలి. సబ్జెక్ట్ వాళ్ళు ఏది చదివినా కానీ లైఫ్లో ఇటువంటి కోర్సెస్ అనేవి, అంటే సాఫ్ట్ స్కిల్స్ కోర్సెస్ కానివ్వండి, ఇన్నర్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ కోర్సెస్ కానీ ఉండాలి. సో హరినాథ్ గారు, ఐ రియల్లీ అప్రిషియేట్, ఐఎమ్ ఇంప్రెస్డ్ అండ్ ఐ కంగ్రాచులేట్ యూ ఫ్రమ్ మై ఇన్నర్ హార్ట్ అండ్ ఐ విష్ యూ ఆల్ ద సక్సెస్ ఫర్ యువర్ ఫ్యూచర్ ఎండివర్స్ అండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ అండి సార్. అండ్ బాలాజీ గారు కూడా చాలా స్మూత్, ఎంత స్మూత్గా చెప్తే బాలాజీ సార్ మేము వినలేము, కొంచెం గట్టిగా చెప్పండి. బట్ యువర్ ప్రెసెన్స్ ఫస్ట్, ఇట్ వాస్ వెరీ లైవ్లీ అండ్ వీ ఎంజాయ్డ్ ఇట్ అండ్ హోప్ వీల్ ఆల్సో సీ యూ ఇన్ ఫ్యూచర్ సెషన్స్. ఇటువంటి సెషన్ని మాకు కలుగజేసినందుకు సార్ థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. అండ్ ఆన్ బిహాఫ్ ఆఫ్ మై లేడీ కలీగ్స్ అండ్ అదర్ కలీగ్స్ ఐ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ థ్యాంక్స్.
Without expecting anything, they were important so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Hope we will meet again in some other session, sir. Thank you.
Like every one of you are pointing, like Krishna Garu told earlier, so all the facilitators, they do it as their responsibility towards the society. They don't take a single rupee. We have not even booked their tickets. Okay, they book their own tickets and they come here and share the knowledge and they go back. Okay, so we should all be very grateful to the time they spend with us and the knowledge they share with us. And like madam has pointed out, with the intention behind this entire thing is to bring a positive change in the society, bring that positive vibrations in the society, positive understanding about human relations and working on that thing. And because they are all putting them into practice in their own lives and experiencing the results, they are able to share it better with all of us. Thank you so much, Hari Garu and Ramesh Garu. Actually, Bala Ramesh Garu, last month also he came here and shared his knowledge with us, and again the next month only he came again. So thank you so much. So it is time to felicitate our facilitators. So I request Guruji to come and felicitate our facilitators. I request Bala Garu and Hari Garu to come here. Gurugan, right. కూర్చోండి మీరు వదిలేసారు. కూర్చోండి బాలగారు. I thank you, both of you. Like it's a pleasure always having you, Hari Garu and Bala Garu, here. We have enjoyed your company, your sharing, your knowledge, everything. And as I've told you, he is my personal guide, mentor, guru. Whatever problem I have, He always helps me in resolving all my conflicts and dilemmas. So that's why whenever he comes here, it's a special moment for me, special occasion for me. Thank you so much, Hari Garu and Bala Garu. And please, we'll have a group photo together. Please come. Kuchadu, like kuchadu. Sir, like. Please.